blame, you mad it.
I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Isha, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then I'm middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Isha, stick it in the ballroom. E-pop got me waiting 3 more hours. Stacking all these years higher than a tower. Having all these nodes feel like superpowers. Investing all this bread, never been a coward. Call me Mr. Bond, money in the vault. I stay in the farm, feeling like the goal. Don't worry about the haters, not the detonator. I'll kill in every market, call me Terminator. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a metal piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Isha, stick it in the ballroom. I've been getting on my BNB and stacking these. Pairing it with EMP and then a middle piece. Gotta get myself a bag before the bull run. Gotta take some Isha, stick it in the ballroom.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I'm the team lead here at EMP, and today, and every day, is our daily AMA and rollover events. I'm so used to saying detonator rollover event, but now we have detonator and reactor, which we're going to kick things off with reactor. We have a ton of awesome updates again today, but I don't want to run out of time on reactor. And also, I'm joined by my co-host with the most, Bull Gates. Bull, how are you, brother?
Oh, nice and chilly. We got the AC kicking in the house here, and yeah, so I'm ready to go and shut my trap and get this moving along because we're always pressed for time for reactor, and we never do it justice.
Yes, 100%, brother. All right, let me go ahead and pull up my screen capture. Again, we are on YouTube, so if you're joining us from Telegram or any of our socials, please pull up the YouTube account. If you're here on YouTube, thanks for joining us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We are monetized on YouTube, and all the ad revenue and support here on YouTube will go to buying and burning EMP. So it's a great way to help your own bags, completely free of charge. And we have a ton of awesome, again, all of our AMAs for the last 6 months are on here, and we have a ton of standalone videos as well. So it's also a great repository of all a bunch of really good info about EMP, and it's also a great way to invite your friends to learn about EMP. So, all right, awesome. Bull, I'm going to pull it up here. Give me one more second. All right, here she is. Sorry about that, everybody. Always some technical difficulties, but hopefully y'all can see my screen. I'll go ahead and refresh as well. But this is Reactor. We kick off all of our AMAs with giving away thousands and thousands of dollars through Reactor. And then we'll do the whole AMA for about an hour, and then we end with a Detonator. Detonator and Reactor are the same exact contracts. They just use different LP tokens. We'll talk all about that, but stay till the end, again, because we do it all over and give away thousands and thousands of dollars in Detonator at the very end as well. So, all right, so Reactor is a Detonator style contract. That is going to be what we're branding this moving forward. DAAS or DOS will be what we're calling our Detonator as a service, and this will be these exact copies of these ROI contracts on other platforms. And the beauty of these contracts are not only are they the most sustainable ROI contracts to ever be built, but they're one of the very, very few, if not the only, solution on allowing protocols to build locked liquidity within their protocol no matter what project it is, DeFi or overall crypto projects. It's an amazing way to earn and also benefit whatever platform uses these contracts to lock their liquidity. So we have a bunch of announcements on those coming out. We already have about, well, 3 partners are confirmed. We have about 3 more in the pipeline. So really exciting stuff on that. The first partner will be announced tomorrow. So keep an eye out about 11 a.m. But the very first contract to go live will be before that partner, and we haven't announced that yet, and they are massive. So again, give us another week or 2 for that. But all right, so what is an ROI contract? You say, well, that sounds cool, but what is an ROI contract? Well, that's basically just a slang term in DeFi, where you are putting up locked funds in hopes that you get your ROI back over time. So you're able to deposit, in this case, eShare BNB LP. Those funds are then locked up, and then you get a certain percentage of those LPs back every single day, and we call that your daily burst. So right now, the daily burst in Reactor is insane. It's like 1.2%, I think, or even higher. Definitely over 1% at this point. And that's because Reactor is very new. Over time, those APRs come down. But even the Detonator, I mean, we're still at about 0.5%, and it's been running, for 7 months. So, and we have things in place as well to raise those APRs. We just need to, again, get through some volatility right now with the ETH merge and recover peg. And again, that will give a lot more confidence in the platform, which, again, those of you that are here, you know we're not going anywhere. But unfortunately, some people jump from project to project. And we're going to talk a little bit about that as well during the AMA. But anyway, Bull, you want to talk about the lottery system? Not only is it an amazing way to earn just through the daily burst, but we have an awesome opportunity for the lottery. So go ahead, Bull.
Oh yeah, of course we do. I mean, look at these odds today. The reactor has 593 users, 4,300 tickets right now. The lottery is actually amazing. Pool balance growing, ticking up very nicely in LP. Total users growing, and so what are the ways to win within the reactor? The reactor is a Detonator clone, or a sibling to Detonator over here on the other side of the ecosystem. Everybody knows Detonator, it's EMP ETH LP. Well, Reactor is the other LP here in the system, eShare BNB. And I've been wanting this to happen for so long, so I'm happy to see the Reactor finally in play. And when I see this, I'm like, oh, this is great, because it's the same, really mechanics as the Detonator, but slightly different, right? Because it's the eShare BNB LP. But when we look at that, there's the Win It Now button, which is the 2% of the pool balance. You deposit 2%. The Treasury will match that, or the contract will match that. And so that really speeds up your growth within the Detonator, or excuse me, the Reactor. And that's awesome, because the eShare BNB is going to have explosive growth with it anyway. The LP is extremely cheap right now. We're shaking the tree of bad actors or weak hands, and they're falling off. And so, yeah, like you said, AJ, we'll see some volatility, and I'll speed this along. But so eShare BNB LP, you same setup as the Detonator. You deposit, you can deposit, get up to 50 tickets. You can compound, get up to 50 tickets, have a total of 100 tickets, but only one ticket wins that random. The random can be, there can be multiple randoms, and that will be determined by the largest depositor. The largest depositor is somebody who maybe doesn't want to click that Win It Now, but they want to, kind of guess a little bit and play the game, so to speak, and see what, how much they can deposit. And now, one of the changes is it's cumulative. So when you deposit, if somebody comes over and deposits over the top of you, you can add to your previous deposit and, try to win that largest depositor up to 3% of the pool balance. You do that. There's going to be, I think, 3 random ticket winners based on the pool balance now. And so that's an incredible thing because the community wanted, to have the same type of structure, but more winners, more chances, and that's everything that's here. And when we see, what's possible in here, the ability to win it now, not competing with anybody, largest depositor, anybody can kind of win that. That's kind of a whales game, but the reactor or the raffle part of it, with the tickets, anybody can win that, and just one ticket wins that. Potentially, I think up to 3 winners now in the random based on the largest depositor. So eShare BNB LP, 1 minute left. So everybody, let me shut my trap and compound.
Yes, everybody compound last minute. We got 1 minute left. And yeah, great overview, Bull. Again, we always suggest to compound more than you claim. That keeps the contract healthy, but also allows you as the investor to ROI faster because you're building your position through compound interest. So really exciting stuff. All right, we'll see if we get any last minute large snipers. Right now, 3 LP is the largest with 50 seconds left. We'll see what happens. So good luck, everybody. If you are the winner, we'd love to celebrate with you live on Telegram. Feel free to join, and we can bring you on through voice, or you can just stay anonymous and enjoy those winnings. Today's prize is about $14,000, and we give that away every single day, if not more. And if you are the winner, you're not able to dump those winnings on our heads, but you're also able to ROI on your winnings. So 14,000 turns into, almost 45. So amazing stuff. All right, 15 seconds.
Here we go.
Good luck, everybody.
7.3, somebody.
All right, let's see. Maybe that takes it home. 10, 9,
Anything
8,
can happen.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7.3. Is he going to take it? Let me refresh.
Let me see.
The contract's working. There's a lot of info the contract has to process. Bear with us. I think that is going to take it. 7.3
Yeah.
LP.
7.5. He took it.
Wow,
that is amazing.
Amazing snipe today in Reactor. That's why you never want to be asleep at the wheel. That is our game theory at work here in Reactor. Again, if you get a low day like that, you could potentially make a killing. Again, through being the highest bidder, but a low snipe. So.
Yep.
Anyway, amazing stuff. Congrats to that person. We still have a 20 LP minimum on the lottery prizes, so that's still 14,000 to a random lottery winner. And we'll see if the win it now button is hit. I know it only took about. It's been instant the last few days. Yesterday it took about 20 minutes. We'll see today if it happens in under.
Looks like it's claimed.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, it looks like
it's claimed.
Yep,
yeah.
I think they have already. Well, there you go. I eat my words. It was instant again today, and the pool balance looking very healthy, which makes sense because yes, I think the win it now was claimed. So that is a 2,254 LP. That's $1.5 million in the contract already. It hasn't even been 10 days. And that's with eShare being suppressed as well. Again, if you listen to the AMA from yesterday, we had a large eShare holder sell their entire stack yesterday, which again, on the surface, sounds like a bummer, but really it's very, very bullish because not only does it give everybody an opportunity to DCA and buy more eShare, which again, typically we don't ever recommend buying eShare directly. We tell you to earn it, but anytime eShare is sub, $400, you're and not financial advice, but you're getting a deal. I mean, you can just see it from the chart. Again, we say never to use the chart, but eShare is different than EMP itself, and you can kind of see the historic lows of eShare. So anyway, all that being said, it's a great opportunity. That large adder is now out of the protocol, and that will make it even easier for us to maintain PEG because they were notorious for dumping EMP when the boardroom
Mhm.
was printing. So it's really a great position. So Bull, you want to talk about eShare real fast while I pull
Yeah,
up my
sure.
desktop?
Just
Go ahead, yeah, man.
sure. Just something quickly. Like, there's a reason why history repeats itself. There's a reason why, your financial advisors will say that, future performance isn't based on historical what's happened in the past. But the reason that the market goes up and down is because it really doesn't have a whole lot to do with numbers per se. It has a lot to do with people's emotions, and that when people are fearful, we see people pull money out. When we see, those tops, we see people putting money in when they shouldn't. People really need to flip the script on their emotions, and really, when you're in crypto, when you're investing, you need to check your emotions basically at the door. And it's why I'm constantly, giving you that weather analogy, or making sure that you can manage your expectations. And the best way to do that is to be educated and make sure that you know what's coming, because when you know what's coming, you should be able to manage your emotions. And your emotions, will trick you. They will fool you. They will make you do stupid things like, I don't know if you've ever heard like somebody who has a gambling addiction speak, and they're always thinking, I'll catch lightning in a bottle. They'll be the people that will say, yeah, over the lifetime of, me going to the casino, I'm probably even. And, we had a conversation, me and Joe did on the AMA a couple of weeks ago about this. And they don't build billion-dollar casino buildings because everybody's even with them. It's because they win, because they just play the statistics, and they know that people will do crazy things based on their emotion, that gut feeling, that catching lightning in a bottle. Well, that's never going to happen to me. Then it happens to you. That, and that's why we see these up and downs. And as a historical lesson here for EMP, this is the exact same sentiment there was prior to us having the detonator. People were fearful. Matter of fact, PEG was much lower than it is now. PEG was like 0.5. And people, I hear this clear as a bell. People getting on the AMA saying, "Oh boy, yeah, I wish I would have gotten detonator at the beginning. I've been here since it launched, but I was afraid to get in. I didn't think it was going to make it. The tomb forks always fail, etc. Always making a reason not to do something." And if the entire world was like that, that had a reason why not to do anything, everybody would be sitting in a field, in dirt, in shit, doing nothing, because everybody would just be saying, well, it's never going to work out. I'll never do it. And, I'll maybe get to it later. And that's not how things get done. I'm not telling you throw in all your rent money and into the reactor and then just call it a day. What I am telling you to do is stop fudding your own positions, saying, things aren't going to work out, and wondering when things are going to happen, and waiting for other people to do stuff, and, having those regrets of not doing something in the past. And when it comes back to do the exact thing that you've been regretting not doing for the last couple months, here is the same exact opportunity, but it's the same thing. It's, well, I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see. Whatever happens, happens. Or, making excuses of why things are going to fail or why you will fail. And then willing yourself to failure and saying, oh, gee, I knew that was going to happen. No, you can will yourself to failure just like you can to success. It's just a matter of consistency and diligency, and not giving in to fear and doing stupid, crazy things. And I hate to be harsh, but sometimes like people do need to hear this, because, inevitably when we recover PEG, what you're going to see is eShare price rise. You're going to see people jumping on eShare when they shouldn't have. And let me just roll back a little bit. If it takes a month to recover PEG or 2 months, you know why that's a good thing. And I was going to write this. I didn't write this in the channel, but the reason that's a good thing is because if all the paper handlers and all the bad actors leave, sure, we see prices go down, we see APRs go down. But the good thing about that is we know that there is, the majority of people here have, the same goal in mind of building and earning every single day. And when those people leave, that gives you a cheaper entry to get into something. It's less TVL in the farm, which means you're going to have a bigger piece of the pie. And when, if it takes a month to recover peg or two, you're going to have a month or two in the farm, in the reactor and detonator, in the other farm, to earn that whole time, 30 days, 60 days. I don't know the exact day we'll recover peg. We will. But the point is, when you have time to learn, you have time to let that money work for you, that interest work for you, you're going to be able to acquire eShare. And then when all the people who don't understand how the system works come back and eShare is $800, $1,000, that's when you're going to be able to sell it to them. It's exactly what's going to happen, because it's happened every single time here. People are fearful. They're sitting on their hands, not doing anything, just waiting, watching, wondering, and and then the system fluxes again, and peg is recovered, and we pump, and eShare prices are high, and everybody's feeling euphoric, and then the bad actors start dumping EMP. And then people start wondering, like, oh, who's selling? Those are bad guys, and those people. Oh boy, I wish that bad guy would leave. They're not doing it right. And that's correct, right? Like, somebody mentioned that Tomb Forks failed, and that's why. It's because you have a critical mass of bad actors that will, pump the system dry through the boardroom, and we don't have to have that take place. Matter of fact, we have a lot of barriers against that happening. A lot, and I could go over it. I'm not going to, but I'll write it out. But the point is that we have the time, we have the pieces in place. Everybody that's here should know how the system works. If you don't, there's a new academy that can basically break down everything. If there are gaps in that, all you have to do is reach out and ask people, because there's a ton of people here that can show you exactly how to utilize the system. And does 0.3% sound bad? Yeah, sure. When you compare it to 8%, that's never going to last. 0.3 sounds low, but it's not. It's the sustainability that is the most important. It's the liquidity. It's the locked liquidity. It's the ability to earn in different parts of the ecosystem because it's protected. And I think I wrote this out today. Like, everybody has wanted this bad actor gone. They're gone. The impact of that is the price of eShares are down. So what? Isn't that a good thing if you want your in to get eShares, to create a LP? Maybe you have a bad project out there that isn't performing. Make some calculations, make some decisions, and you get into a project that's historically low, that's performed, and then you can tell yourself, well, look, this is going to make me 0.3 per day. And if other paper-handed Jeets or whales leave, you're going to get a bigger slice of the pie and just have that much longer to earn. And it's going to be easier to recover peg. And that is the simple reality of it. Why anybody wants, these bad actors here, and then when they leave, people are like, well, what's happening to the price? That's what's happening to the price. It's a person that sold $600,000 worth of eShare and lost $400,000 or whatever, some number like that. And then the point is that all the things in the system have an impact, be the positive action you do or the negative action. But the benefit of this negative action, that price going down, gives you a perfect entry to strengthen your position and protect the ecosystem moving forward. And when those bad actors come back, they will, because they're completely peg dependent. You can almost pick them out in the channel, because all they show up every now and again to talk about peg. That's all they'll talk about. And you'll know who they are. And so when we see peg, being close to recovered, these people are absolutely, going to buy and jump on eShares. And this is why I'm telling you right now, if you have the capability, you really need to look into buying e-shares as well as farming them, but buying them because these people will come back and you're going to be able to sell your e-shares to them for 800, 1,000, 1,200, because all they care about is the boardroom. But you're going to be earning in the reactor, you're going to be earning in the farms, you're going to be earning in the detonator, and all of those things you're going to be able, with the exception of detonator, you're not going to produce e-share there, but you're going to be able to strengthen your position within the whole ecosystem. And then these bad actors that are paper-handed are leaving. They're going to come back, and then you're going to be able to make them pay to come back into play.
I love it. Yes, Bull, absolutely, brother. And again, I know a lot of you show up every single day. You've heard this over and over again. But it needs to be said. And I think today was just a day that we had to kind of go over all this. I know, and I can tell you from personal experience, and I have no reason to lie or mislead anybody. I have made the most money in crypto during bear markets. And again, EMP is in a miniature bear market, as an ecosystem, and we're in a major bear market overall. I think the EMP is still holding up extremely well under the conditions, but that is when you want to accumulate. Again, this is not financial advice. This is my personal experience that I've had firsthand over the last 5 years in crypto. I'm the one that buys when everybody's scared. What they say, buy when there's blood in the streets. That is how you make money in crypto. It's not the, 100x gamble, buying SHIT coins. That's not really how you win. I mean, yes, you could get lucky, but the way you win in crypto is buying when things are down, selling when things are high, and using your capital to produce you more capital. And here at EMP, that's exactly what the platform is built on. I mean, again, rather than just holding Ethereum or BNB in your wallet, now you can enter the LP farms. Yeah, it might, you might take a small loss if the price goes down. You definitely have a lot more risk and exposure. However, over the long run, if you just stay put, and like Bull said, don't let your emotions take over, don't jump in and out, don't go from project to project. I would go out on a limb and say literally, 90% of people that would just do that are almost guaranteed to profit through e-shares. And that's another thing. I think everybody gets caught up on ROI, which again, ROI means return on investment. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to have a return on investment with EMP alone through price appreciation or selling that EMP, which is the worst thing you can do. You can ROI through e-shares. That is the whole point of e-share. Again, you want to earn e-share, you want to sell it for profit, or more ETH or whatever to build your positions, but that counts towards your ROI. I think there's this mentality that people think, oh, I got to get into detonator or reactor and just claim, claim, claim until I get my initial investment back. I mean, typically that is a good strategy in very high risk platforms. You obviously want to try to get your money back as fast as you can. However, at EMP, I mean, we're a whole different animal. I mean, we're built on sustainability. We've had a proven track record. Obviously, we're not going anywhere. The treasury is very healthy, and we have a lot in the works that's going to even boost PEG and the treasury. Again, detonator as a service will be making massive amounts of rewards as people will get a portion of all the entry fees. We have a partnership that I'm going to go into right now that could be a potential $250,000 into the EMP ETH LP. And one thing I didn't have even talked about, which also plays into the new academy, we are working with another really, really popular coach that is rolling out a brand new course on EMP specifically. And it is a paid program, but we're working with them on getting a bit of a commission, affiliate commission on that. But this is a trusted member of the community that I am happy to call a personal friend. And when he did this about 4 months ago, he alone was able to onboard about 250 new members into EMP. I know some of you are here. David Younger, one of our long-term supporters, he came from this guy. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if he's been made it public that he's opening this course again. But again, that is in the works, and he feels like he can 10x the amount of people that he brought in originally. So, that could be a potential, 1,000, 2,000 new members in EMP. I mean, just imagine what that will do to pay. So again, all of you that are panicking, all of you that want to leave, I mean, I try to be as supportive as I can, but at some point, if you don't have confidence, then you're not going to be able to experience the gains that we all know are coming. So yeah, I just want to go through that real fast. All right, so I have a lot of announcements today. First of all, I'm going to bring on. I don't know if Kirk is here, but definitely LA. LA, you want to talk about the Academy real fast? We are 24 hours in. Yeah, Kirk is here as well. So yeah, I'll have you guys talk about the analytics, how many signups, and all that good stuff. Oh, maybe not.
Go for it, Kirk.
All right.
Oh,
Kirk.
yeah, I am just logging on to the dashboard to see what the most recent numbers are. So give me 1 second here. Okay, we have, as of this moment, 262 people have registered and are in the Academy system. Of that amount, 31 people have finished and graduated. So that's a little bit higher than 10%. It was running at 10% at
Amazing.
first. So
and that's 24 hours in. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so that's where we are at the moment. And it's all running pretty smoothly.
Killer. Well, yeah, all of you have done an amazing job. I know, again, LA has put together a new Medium article today as well that goes over everything. We already had some great feedback. I think, again, we had to give Kirk a little bit of a break, but we are also figuring out future modules to add. I know a lot of you wanted an entire section on security. That will be coming. So, again, we'll always be adding to the Academy, but it's really important that all of you sign up through the links provided. Again, I think we updated the link on the homepage. If not, that will be live in the next, I think it is. LA, are we good on the banner ad on the homepage? Does that bring them to the Learn EMP?
I believe so. I'll go test it right now, but
All
I
right,
believe so.
perfect.
And definitely on the YouTube page as well, you can click, on both of them. You can click right into the banner on both the homepage and the YouTube page, and they'll bring you right there.
Perfect.
To the registration.
All right, awesome. So yeah, anybody that hasn't signed up for the Academy, please do so, and we're gonna sweeten the pot for you. So let me go into this real fast. So we are gonna be doing a random giveaway to all Academy graduates. If you can complete the entire Academy within the next 2 weeks, we will be awarding random lottery tickets into Detonator. So with the new Detonator upgrades, we've been able to assign tickets under special circumstances like this. Again, it's all transparent on chain, so you can see where the tickets go. However, that is really huge for again, these sort of giveaways that we want to do. So graduates will be picked at random over the next 2 weeks. So every single day we'll take a few of you that have completed the Academy. If you provide there will be an updated version to provide your wallet address. Again, never ever ever give away your seed phrase or anything like that. But your wallet address is public. You can give us your wallet address, and so we'll be able to airdrop you. Again, not airdrop is in a scam, but literally give away tickets into Detonator. So yeah, Kirk, do you want to talk about a little bit how that's going to work? Or yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you weren't messing around. You just went for it.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Hell yeah, bro. We're going for it. Yeah. I know we
yeah,
had talked earlier today, but yeah, go ahead. And
yeah, no, I
reiterate,
like it,
it may
man.
be a day or two before it's alive,
Yeah,
but yeah, it'll be over the next 2 weeks.
yeah, no, it's good alpha for this group for sure. Yeah, yeah. What's going to happen is there's going to be an update to the academy, and there's a profile section in your dashboard on your academy, which currently the only thing it does is let you change your password. But I'm going to be adding in that section the ability for you to copy and paste in your public wallet address inside of your own dashboard. And that's how we'll be able to start tracking this stuff. And again, like AJ said, that's a public address, so there's nothing we can do with it, or I can do with it, or anything like that, other than send you money. So that's not bad. So yeah, so that's how we'll be doing it, and so we'll be able to verify, who has and who has not completed the academy, and that will be the pool from which, this is just the first thing that's going to happen that AJ's talking about. There's going to be a lot of other things that we're going to be able to do and be able to really reward and incentivize the people who have gone ahead and taken the time to go through the entire academy and get their certificate.
100%.
So yeah, so I will keep everybody informed when I've made that update to the site. Probably it'll happen sometime tomorrow. And then from then on, we'll roll out this first campaign.
Amazing, Kirk. Yes, and again, brother, sorry to again put you on the spot there, but this was just kind of an alpha announcement. We'll have a full breakdown of this once it's live and ready. And sorry if I didn't preface that ahead of time, but it will be over the next 2 weeks. It'll be an ongoing campaign, just to again give all of you time to complete the academy. There's no reason to rush. It takes about 90 minutes to do the entire academy, and there is little quizzes in between. We definitely we don't want it to be stressful by any means, but we do have to make sure that everybody is engaged and actually learning the content. So don't get overwhelmed. It's super easy, and definitely take it on your own time and at your leisure. But if you do commit that time, you will be rewarded. So again, we're doing everything short of literally paying you to take the academy. So the incentive is there. And really, above all, I mean, you are going to be able to maximize your earnings in EMP. I mean, we're literally giving it to you on a silver platter on how to be a good actor, how to support the protocol, and how to profit the most within the ecosystem. So all the incentive is there to do it, and we just hope that you take the time to do it. And it's a great way to get other people interested in EMP because, by all means, I hope that everyone, before they even, and we never have a call to invest, but before you would potentially invest, I would highly recommend taking the academy before you put even 1 cent into EMP. So that way you know again how everything works, the risks, and the potential upside as well. So all right, that's going to be awesome. Again, the Academy launch has been amazing. Um, and check out LA's Medium article for even more info on the new Academy. So, all right, a few more announcements here. The partnership I mentioned earlier that could potentially bring $250,000 into EMP ETH LP is our brand new partnership with MDB Infinity. So we had a AMA earlier this week with Danny, who is the Godfather. That's his code name, but he is doxxed now, and an amazing guy. They're awesome. I mean, the team at MDB is stellar, top notch, not only on a development front, but truly on a community and trust and transparency front as well. Danny has extensive real world business background, just like I do, and he's the real deal. So MDB has been performing very well. If you look at the chart, it's up and to the right. No matter what the market is doing, the MDB Plus, partnership we have with eShare. We have an announcement on that coming later this week as well. So we'll also give you more info on that. But it's a little bit of maybe a bummer for some of you, but it's for the overall health of the protocol. We'll talk more about that. But by no means is that mean that there's a problem with MDB Plus. It's an amazing tool. It's an over collateralized stable token that only appreciates. So if you're gonna hold BUSD, you might as well hold MDB Plus. And we just have a different direction in the platform. But we're still having an amazing partnership with MDB. We're actually gonna even be getting further involved with MDB because we have another announcement next week with another partnership. Again, if you listen to the AMA that we did, I drop a little bit of alpha, you may be able to figure it out. But anyway, my point is, Infinity will be.
It's just changing lanes, right, from the slow lane to the fast lane, so to
Yes,
speak.
100% Bull. I love it, man. You again, the infinite wisdom from Bull. So MDB is been super solid, and Infinity is a clone of MDB. It's just a lot more volatile. So this will go for some of you degens that want to get a 10 or 20x, or maybe more. Who knows? But you also have a lot more risk. So just be aware of that. The taxes are a lot higher, but the earning potential is a lot higher as well. So it's a brand new token in their ecosystem, and part of the fees that are generated through Infinity will be used to buy back EMP ETH LP. Again, they made a commitment of over $250,000 over the next few months, and then the rewards they're able to earn from that EMP ETH LP will then be used to buy back and burn Infinity. So to be a perfect loop of earning for everybody involved, and again, it could do wonders for our peg, and not to mention, our treasury funds and some other special things we have in the works. So we're not going anywhere. I think everybody gets worried about a death spiral or never being able to recover peg. Um, but after September, I think people are going to be singing a lot different tune. So again, we're really happy about Infinity. And lastly, with Infinity, we also have been given some whitelist allocations. So we have about 200 whitelist applications. What that means is that you get early access into Infinity. There is a minimum investment of $1,000. But again, we're going to put out a Google form. The VIP list will have first access, but even that, there's only about 150 people in VIP, so we would still have more than 50 to give away publicly. Again, when I say public, it has to be in EMP, and we'll have you submit your address again just to make sure that you've been a supporter of our ecosystem. And if you are, you're qualified, and then we'll do a random giveaway out of those who qualify. So again, we're also talking about doing a node campaign, similar to how we did the whitelist into Reactor. If you spend buy a node with fresh EMP, you'll also be eligible for a whitelist spot. So we'll do a whole article on that. Again, we're working out the details now. But yeah, all that's in the works. So really exciting. Bull or LA, anything I forgot about that?
Just that Danny's going to be coming on, the Godfather's going to be coming on the 9th for an AMA with us.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, and that will be by that time. We'll have a lot more info, and the whitelist will have to be in by September 11th. So again, we still have time for all that. All right, awesome. You want to talk about Splinterlands, the training? So LA, you want to just read the breakdown, and then I can elaborate on the time frames?
Yeah, for sure. So the Splinterlands training is rescheduled for this Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so AJ is going to be sending out an email to all of you 24 hours prior, which is tomorrow at 4 p.m., We have a super limited number of spots left because so many people originally registered when we were hosting the training originally, and this is the rescheduled training. So when you get that email tomorrow, if you're interested in registering and attending this amazing event, you're going to want to jump on it immediately, get registered, reserve your spot, because this is going to be an incredible training. AJ is going to be walking bull through it live on Zoom. I'm going to let him announce he's got some special guests and stuff coming on, and he'll walk you through exactly what he's going to cover.
Perfect. Thank you, LA. Yeah, I just had to catch my breath here. So, yeah, a lot of talking today. I know I've been nonstop. We have an AMA that's coming out tomorrow, hopefully. And again, I was on the phone for like 2 hours earlier today and yesterday. So, lots of coverage coming. Anyway, back to Splinterland. So, again, thanks, LA. Yes, we are redoing this training. I'm really excited for it. And we will have some special guests. So, Balarge, who is our professional Splinterlands player. We hire him to be a private coach for all of you. He hangs out on Discord, so you can find him on our Discord channel. And he will be on to give some insight. He's also the manager of our guild, so I'll probably have him talk a little bit about guilds. And then another awesome special guest, was just confirmed right before I got on this AMA, is Steve. A lot of you might remember Steve. He was actually on an AMA a day or two ago about Splinterlands. He runs his own YouTube channel. Forgive me if I can't remember. I think it's like Steve882 or anyway. I'll post
R82.
R82. Thanks, Paul. So I'll post the link to his YouTube channel. But anyway, he is another fellow whale. Again, and I say whale, I don't necessarily mean that financially. I mean that OG. He has just been really into Splinterlands. He plays in the Champion League, which is the highest league that you can play in. He's a wealth of knowledge, and he knows the EMP ecosystem. So he's going to be very valuable in bridging the gap from EMP to Splinterland. So, and he's also a rental expert. So, I know a lot of you, especially in the Army, we had a huge chat today in the Army. All the Army members are jumping in. They've seen the light. So, they're getting excited about Splinterlands. I hope the rest of you have as well, at least given it a shot. But we had a long discussion in the Army today about rentals. So, again, even if you're not into playing, or maybe you would love to play, but you just don't have the time, you can rent your cards. And I use a special service that I will go over in depth. Again, I'm not going to tell you what it is because you got to come to the training. But you'll learn all about rental services as well. And it's a substantial amount. I mean, you can earn anywhere from 30% to literally 100% ROA, which is return on assets, which again is just another way of saying return on investment. So the APR is still really good, even renting cards. So, and you own the assets. It's not like, you could always sell the cards for theoretically, if not the same or more than what you bought them for. So, and Splinterlands is just ready to explode. So getting in now, again, not financial advice, could be a great thing. So, all right, awesome. We have a few more things in regards to Splinterlands, and then one more fast announcement, and then we'll go to Detonator and take some questions. So, LA, again, one last thing. I know you gotta go soon, but you want to just go over Digicon and Splinterfest really fast?
Absolutely.
All right, thank
So,
you.
so Digicon is happening from the 23rd to the 25th of September, which is coming up pretty soon. And we are going to be one of the main events at Digicon just because EMP is so damn awesome. And we're really excited about it. AJ is going to be hosting an AMA on the 24th of September, which is the Saturday, the main event at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure Bull will be there to help co-host. And we're going to have an EMP hall, a huge hall. the whole weekend, and it's going to be amazing. We'll have a platinum booth in our hall, and we're going to be able to live stream and play videos on the walls of our hall so that everyone who's attending inside that hall can watch like our detonator video and all the badass stuff that we have created for EMP, so that they get to find out about it and learn about it. And it's going to be an amazing opportunity to meet new people, to teach them about EMP, and to bring new members into our community. So definitely write it down in your calendars, the 23rd to 25th of September, and for sure plan on attending at the very least the 24th.
Totally.
And
And yeah, it's free. Sorry, Ella, I don't want to interrupt you. I know you had talked about Splinterfest too, but before I forget, it's a free event and it would be an amazing way. I know Bull said this yesterday, but if you have somebody that isn't really sure about crypto, but they're a gamer, and they like the idea of online games, this is like the perfect event to get them interested. So I would highly recommend some of your non-crypto friends to join. Again, it's super easy. It's all free. You literally just sign up, and then you get a little avatar that you can control and walk around in 3 dimensions. It's really cool. So yeah, I just want to say again, it's a great.
AJ spent
Go ahead.
30 hours. AJ spent 30 hours building his avatar
I
on
did my
Digicon.
avatar.
That's all.
I did, but my avatar looks just like me. So yeah, it's got a little handlebar mustache. You know, the coffee, what I live on. So yeah, yeah, I went
cool.
over the top on my avatar. So anyway, sorry, Ella, go ahead, and then one more little bit about Splinterfest.
Oh, I was just also going to say I'm posting the URL right now to go register and get your free ticket.
Perfect. Yes, awesome. Okay.
So make sure, I was just thinking about it today. Let's all not be that person that does it at the last minute, because I know I can definitely be that way sometimes,
Yeah.
but let's all get our Digicon tickets now so that we can not be those people.
Yes.
So Splinterfest is also happening, which is also put on by Splinterlands, and it's happening in person the 8th and 9th of October, and I'm going to be there in person. I'm really excited about it. It's happening in Las Vegas. So it is a big conference put on by Splinterlands, and they're expecting 300 to 500 attendees, and they're going to have live gaming tournaments. They're going to have live AMAs and a town hall. There's going to be all sorts of things going on there. It's going to be action packed from 10 a.m. till 11 p.m. every night. There's going to be just so much exciting stuff going on there. We're going to have an amazing booth, and it's going to be an incredible opportunity to get so many new people through the doors to EMP. I plan on promoting the hell out of EMP, and Jacob's going to be there as well. He's going to help a ton, and we're just going to rock everyone's socks off.
I love it, LA. I can't wait. Again, unfortunately, I have a family commitment and I won't be there, but I can promise you, if and when they do it next year, I will be. And again, we have a lot of other in-person events that we're putting together even now for next year. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. And again, Jacob, those of you that may not know who Jacob is, he's kind of our lead of our gaming division. He's been super instrumental. He also helps our partnership with Zen Sports. And so he's been super instrumental in putting together different tournaments and really helping us get involved in the esports arena. So it's going to be a perfect fit to have him there. And we will probably be doing another Google form. If you have the means to buy a plane ticket and a hotel, or you're in the Vegas area, as long as you have the means to pay for that, you will be eligible to apply for a free ticket. We're hopefully going to be able to raffle a free ticket. We just don't want it to go to waste, so you have to be able to at least get yourself to the event. But keep an eye out for that too. We're gonna do hopefully a big community drive around giving away one of those tickets to Splinterfest. So All right, awesome. Really
Could I
exciting
just
stuff.
throw something out
Yeah,
there
go ahead,
quick
bro.
about
Please, bro. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Okay, so for all the people that aren't really familiar with crypto events and just crypto history, that like these events in the beginning were basically free. Then it was like $99 to come to it. Now it's like $1,000 to attend events, usually right around there for tickets. And so the interesting thing though is what they hand out at events is something that
Yes,
usually
great point, Bull. Go ahead. Yeah.
usually ends up being worth something. And I don't want to like really spoil it or make any promises about Splinterfest, but I'm just saying, like, in the past, historically, the swag that has been handed out at these type of events usually ends up having some historical significance within crypto and generally has some like financial value attached to it down the road. So just
Yes,
saying.
amazing point, Bull. I love it, man. My chief FOMO officer. Yeah. So yeah, and it's true. LA and I and Bull, and some of the team, we've been talking about what we're gonna do. Obviously, if they're giving away swag, then EMP has to give away something, right? So we have
I'm
a.
pretty
I
excited.
know, LA. I can't wait. Oh my God, I wish I could share with all you guys and gals right now, but it's gonna be absolutely epic. So get ready for that. We'll take a bunch of pictures too.
Oh,
But
I'll be doing little video clips and photos the whole weekend and putting them in the group. Don't you worry.
all right, awesome, LA. I knew you would, but yeah, totally. And it is. It'll be an attention grabber. Anybody that walks by our booth was gonna go, "What the hell? I gotta go. I gotta go see what's going on over there." So yeah, I can't wait. All right, and then last but not least, um, how do again? I had somebody ask, and this ties into Digicon and Splinterfest and keeping in the loop on everything. If you sign up for that training or our academy, you will get emails from me directly on all that. So again, that is the best way to keep in the loop. We'll be giving you all the info firsthand. And I also saw somebody say they didn't get the email. If you have not gotten an email after signing up, either resubmit or what more likely is what it is you have to check your spam or promotions folder, and then you just drag that email into your inbox, and then favorite it or tag it, and that should be able to whitelist any future emails. So, LA, you want to add to that? I don't know. You've been troubleshooting too. So, yeah.
You said it perfectly. And then if all of those things fail, send an email to support@emp.money. That's AJ's email address, and he'll watch out for it. And you sending an email to that email address could actually make your system think, oh, hey, I know this person. And, receiving those emails from them from now on may come through the right inbox.
For sure.
But all
Oh, we lost you. Yeah. So, all right, no, we're good. I think we're on the same page. Right?
AJ, I have one more question for
Yes,
you.
absolutely, LA. Go ahead. Oh, you're leaving me
What is
hanging.
that? You
Oh, there
Sorry,
you go.
something was popping up. What is that beautiful new banner at the top of Detonator?
I love it. I'm so glad that you asked, LA. I love this. So yes, LA just pitches me the softballs every time. So yes, we have a brand new banner at the top of Detonator, and I know some of you with eagle eyes have already spotted it, and it will take you to a countdown page. So we're really excited to announce um, a future partnership with XPreps. So XPreps, Perps, I don't know. I gotta find out how they say it, but I think it's XPerps. So anyway, we are excited to partner with them. They are part of the Grow DeFi ecosystem, and we will be doing a full announcement at 11 a.m. tomorrow. But you get a little sneak peek on the new Detonator banner. So that banner will be out for the next 2 weeks. They have already made a substantial investment into Detonator. It's also the same people behind Hypermine. And a lot of you know they've been really supportive on Detonator. But anyway, we have a lot in the works with them. Not only will we be getting early access to the X Preps, but or Perps, we'll also be having another major announcement with Detonator as a service. So I'll leave it at that, but you'll see it in the announcement tomorrow. They're not the initial partner that I keep teasing, but they will be second in line for Detonator as a service. So there you go. There's your alpha, but it'll be all in a an announcement tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and we'll bring them on for an AMA. We'll give you a lot more info of who they are, what they're doing, how their ecosystem works, all that. So yeah, really exciting. Good stuff. So all right. Anything else? Any of the Army members want to add, or anybody have a question? That Bull, if you could answer while I pull up the desktop, the capture, we'll get ready for Detonator.
Hey, yeah, I'll let AJ pull that up. I'm really digging the Splinterland world, slowly but surely getting the hang of it. So with Randy's help, I was able to kind of get my cards organized, and I have a whole bunch on rental. And yeah, the ROAs, which is return on investment, I guess the way they word it, like AJ said. But like right now, my top cards, I'm getting 132%. And I just did a calculation. I have 200 cards that I bought through packs, but I have 200 of them earning over 100%. And the majority of them right now are for rental. So that's just passive income that AJ was talking about. I'm nowhere near his numbers, but I just started 2 weeks ago. But yeah, this is definitely really cool. The people dumping EMP, I mean, it's so stupid. You're selling it at a big loss, where here you can utilize your node EMP, and that's exactly what I did. Once AJ said there was going to be utility for EMP, I started stacking nodes, and I brought them over, bought credits, bought some packs, bought some cards, other things that you'll learn about called potions, and then I have them on rental. And you can use third-party management software that automates the rentals. So talk about the best of both worlds. So I have a bunch of cards right now, all automated. They're out for rent. People rent them for a couple days or longer. When they're done renting, it goes back into the pool. A new person can rent them. And all this is done for you. And then you earn dark energy crystals. And those are like any token on PancakeSwap. You can take those tokens and you can sell them for anything you want. So talk about an endless profit loop. This is definitely high utility for EMP. And even if you're not a gamer, if you like money, this will become very addictive. So I just wanted to share my 2-week experience.
I love it, Joe. Man, you got me bullish, bro. Oh, God, I love it. And it's so refreshing because, yeah, I mean, I've been in the ecosystem, the Splinterlands ecosystem, for going on almost more than 2 years now. But yeah, man, I mean, it's like exactly what you said, Joe. It's like, how are people just not, FOMOing into this? Like, the amount that Splinterlands is just miles ahead of other play to earn games, and they're a sleeper. I mean, again, Axie Infinity gets all the press and headlines, but they're so much more robust than that. And like Joe said, you can rent your cards. Literally, I spend maybe 10 minutes every 14 days. Every season is 14 days, and I make over 1 million DEC every 14 days just from rentals. So, and that's not even my whole account because I use other part of my account to actually play. So yeah, it's just amazing, and that's all done processly too, right, Joe? I mean, your cards never leave your account. That's another beautiful thing about Hive is that you can delegate those cards while always maintaining ownership. So there's literally no risk.
Hey, AJ,
Yep.
And
Kirk.
Joe,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Joe has 2 weeks of experience. I have 2 hours of
I know.
experience.
You ate in,
Yeah.
Kirk. I love it.
Yeah. And so I know you don't want to reveal until Thursday who
Yes,
the
the
working with,
service. Yep, exactly.
but
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm doing the same thing. And so it is a lot to learn, but it's a lot of fun. And I don't have any intention of ever playing. And so this is kind of perfect for me though, because so once I get this set up, meaning the card rental thing, I like money. So I'm, really excited to see how this goes. Takes a little bit of time to set up, but I'm sure you'll be a great teacher on Thursday. And I'm excited about it. And I don't have any intention of ever playing.
Like in 6 months, we're going to come back and revisit that, Kirk.
No.
Exactly, Kirk.
No. I can't play. If I start playing, my life will be over.
Yeah. Yes, I hear you, brother. No doubt. Well, and it's very, quote unquote addicting. And again, we don't want anybody to not spend time with their family because they're playing Splinterlands. But it just shows that, again, they focus on making it fun to play as well as incredible economics. So that the team, again, they just blow my mind. They're miles ahead of other protocols in the play to earn space, and nobody really gives them credit. But once they get their Binance listing, again, not financial advice, because they are pre-Binance, I think the floodgates are just gonna explode. So, all right, this is Detonator. This is again our pride and joy, the OG, the original gangster ROI contract that has been running now for almost 7 months, and the pool balance has continued to grow again month after month after month. We're seeing a little bit of a plateau right now, but that's just because of the uncertainty with the ETH merge and again PEG being a little bit suppressed. I think that once all of that is behind us, we could see Detonator grow even further. And really, I mean, there's probably 4,000 people in Detonator, maybe 4,500. And, we could see 10,000, even 100,000 users in DeFi once this next bull run happens. So we're poised really well. Again, same thing as Reactor that we talked about earlier. This is the same exact contract. Everything is based off of Detonator, and you deposit your LP tokens. This contract is EMP ETH LP. Reactor is eShare BNB, which means not only if you're in both, you're able to earn with exposure to ETH and exposure to BNB. So EMP is literally a one-stop shop for passive income. So anyway, you deposit your LPs, they are locked, and then you get a certain percentage from them every day based on your daily burst. So, Bull, you want to talk about the lottery again real fast and any other things here with Detonator?
Yeah, sure. So Detonator, it's like AJ said, a 365% ROI contract. What does that mean? Does that mean I get 1% a day? No, that does not mean that. That APR that you're going to get is going to fluctuate daily. Most people, I think, are around 0.5% daily. However, the really important thing is to look at the locked liquidity and the sustainability. And so when we look at that, it's not just that. It's protecting the LP, but people aren't going to probably just put into something that's just going to protect the LP just to do that. So there's amazing rewards within the Detonator and Reactor. As we talked about earlier, there's the win it now. It's 2% of the pool balance. If you were to deposit that, the contract is going to match your deposit equally. And so that's going to be locked into the contract, put back into your deposit balance so you can compound until the cows come home. And so with that, if you want to play it more like an auction style, you can try to be the largest depositor. Previously, that only used to be you're making your first shot, your best shot, but now it's cumulative, just like an auction. So if you really want to be that biggest depositor of the day, you can add to your deposits, multiple times per day to win that. And you can win up to 3% of the pool balance, and that's matched as well. 3% of the pool balance, I believe, will give 4 winners. And so that's amazing. Everybody would love you. So this is the best contract in DeFi, is right alongside with Reactor, because it performs many functions within the ecosystem, both protecting the LP, having people know that it's safe, that it's going to be able to pay out. And so how do you do that? You do that with tickets. So if you want to win the random, right, you have to have tickets. You get that through depositing LP. That's EMP ETH LP. 50 tickets through deposit, 50 through compound. Compounding meaning you are clicking that compound button, and the interest that you generate is going to be rolled back into your principal balance. And with that, 6 LP compounded would get you 50 tickets, or 0.12 LP will get you 1 in compound. On deposit, it's slightly more. It's 7.5 LP to deposit to get 50 tickets. But if you want, you just 1 ticket, it's 0.15, and I think that's around, what is she at today? $7 right now. And so the great thing about it is, like I said, it's locked. Even if you aren't the winner today, if you're compounding and getting a ticket or 2 tickets or 3 tickets, 10 tickets, whatever, you're going to have a shot at winning the random every day. If you're not one of those people that are lucky enough to be a whale, you are still lucky enough to be in this contract, and every day, people have that opportunity to win that random lottery prize, which is always like that minimum of 300 LP. So that's amazing. It doesn't matter, ETH up or down. We're here to stack LP units, knowing that ETH is going to blow up in the future. And that should be everybody's goal here, is to maximize LP units, be it EMP ETH LP or eShare BNB. That is the goal, because we know that the bear market eventually ends, and when the bull comes back, the blue chips blow up like crazy. So stack the blue chips.
I love it, Bull. Again, the infinite wisdom for Mr. Bull Gates. Well, that's your dad. Sorry, Junior Bull Gates. Yeah.
Yes.
So, all right, there you go. 1 minute left, everybody. Make sure you compound last minute. Get all the credit for all the tickets. And if you are a winner, we'd love to celebrate with you live. You can join the Telegram on voice, or just tell us you're a winner in the chat. So, all right, here we go. 30 seconds. And yes, like Bull said, focus on accumulating LPs. That is the goal. I think everybody gets distracted with dollar values, but during the next bull run, your ROI can be massive, because again, you have that exposure to ETH. So, all right, 15 seconds. We have 194 LP. Let's see if that holds up, and maybe out-sniped. We'll see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 194, take it. Let's see. I'm going to refresh. I think it did. Let me double check. Again, there's a lot of info.
It did.
All right, there's a lot of info that the contract has to process. Again, we are using Chainlink VRF now as well, so that adds about 1 or 2 seconds because it has to call the provably fair random number generator through Chainlink. So there always is a bit of a delay before the rollover. But yeah, so let's go ahead and look at largest. View largest, and then we're going to go to yesterday because the rollover happened just now. And there you have it. So yes, 194 LP takes it home. Again, a little bit under the minimum still, so a really good deal for that person. That is the beauty of our game theory. You can get a good deal, or you can run the risk of being out-sniped, or again, you can go for that largest win it now deposit. I know a lot of you have been eyeballing that. It is a large commitment. Again, a lot of you also have asked where it is. So you can see you go to deposit, then this button right here, and we are working on making it a little more obvious. But you click that, and as you can see, if you deposited 2,286 LP, you would have a matching bonus. That's 2% of the pool. So everybody, there's some talk that Detonator is a whales game, but really we incentivize the whales. When the whales participate, that is bullish for all of you in the contract because adding to the pool balance helps guarantee that you will be able to actually realize your profits. Now, again, Detonator, Reactor, all of these contracts, they are a game. They're not an annuity or a certificate of deposit. They are game. So theoretically, if the pool balance goes to zero, then you're no longer able to claim. But we have done literally everything in our power to not let that happen based on the code. There's whale taxes, there's other incentives for new volume when the contract does eventually start to drain. So there's just so many levers that we can pull. And again, I mean, it's been going for almost 7 months now with $5 million still in the contract. I mean, you know, a lot of these projects don't last a few months. Even fewer don't last more than a year. And I think after this year, we're going to instill a ton of confidence in the platform. So, yeah, Bull, you want to elaborate on that and say a few last remarks? Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And everything's good. No economics have changed. Everything is up and to the right here. I know everybody is a little bit on edge with PEG. Don't worry about it. You know, shit's going to be okay. Like, don't freak out. That's we used to say this back in the day when we would have it was actually, there was a large amount of E-shares in Yield Wolf, and they would auto sell EMP like every 18 hours. And it was a substantial amount because like our liquidity was really low and everybody would really freak out at the beginning. And that's why, you know, when I've said if people know what to expect, I think people are awesome. Like really, the vast majority of people, when they're told how something works and they see how it works and they really can kind of have that hands-on feel of how it works, people have a lot of resolve and they do, you know, people want to earn here. But, you know, I think we still have people that are a little bit unsure because of how things work, because maybe they haven't been here. They're looking at it like, oh, well, this is a tomb fork. And, you know, maybe we should get better at messaging and stop calling this a tomb fork and call it something brand new, because it is so radically different that I think when a person hears tomb fork and they think of PEG, that's all they can ever think of. But what was I going to say? I'll just finish this and I'll wrap up quick on.
No, bro, that was a great thought process. Sorry, I don't know if you were going down that road, but yes, totally.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So let me just say the quick piece on Detonator. Don't forget about the multiplier for the deposits. Yes. When you deposit into Detonator, that you're going to get a bonus on Reactor. If you compound within Detonator, you're going to see that type of bonus over in Reactor. So don't forget about that. But just quickly back to that little thing about like PEG, and it's not really truly like, don't freak out. You know, PEG will be recovered, you know, but I wanted to point out, like, it's a slow process, because you don't want, nobody here should want the treasury to buy back PEG right now, because if the bad actors, paper handers, whoever are still here, what they're going to end up doing is they're going to dump EMP right back on everybody again, or onto the market, and that money could potentially be wasted. But if in the meantime, like where I was saying, if it takes 1 month or 2 months to recover PEG, and the reason I say that's a really good thing is because with the new part of the system we have with Reactor, it's going to take time for us to, you know, everybody to kind of come to this understanding of how these things work together in the best way for your own strategy, right? And that we will see volatility. We'll see that kind of that up and down of E-share, and the market itself is a little shaky with ETH and BNB, but if we just stick to the plan of farming and using, you know, Reactor and Detonator to protect liquidity in the system, and then take that time to increase our position within the system, we're going to see that not only, you know, those LPs are going to be stacking, but the understanding and the knowledge that you're going to learn in that meantime, instead of that, you know, what I usually refer to as streaming or fast food mentality, like I got to have the fix for it right now. Like, what's going to happen? What's the plan? You know, I need to see it right now. The bad thing about being able to have everything right now at our fingertips now, it's amazing, but we, you know, especially in countries where it's possible to have all these things, we get really spoiled and entitled, and that permeates into a lot of the other parts of our life where we have to have the whatever it is right now, the show, the movie, the food, whatever. But I think most people understand that when you work really hard for something and you achieve that goal, it really does feel better. But the goal I'm talking about here is this coming to an understanding about how all of this stuff is going to operate, you know, within the system, because it is so different from any other type of project that has existed, that we do truly own it. But to truly own something and utilize it, we have to be able to understand how those pieces fit together. And with that, you know, part of that is like there is a learning curve and there's some pain that's involved with that, but that's not a bad thing, because we see who really are the people who are invested into the system, and, you know, who really want to see make it succeed, and you know, who want to see, you know, the next projects work too, and the other good projects in DeFi. You know who those people are, because they're constantly in those channels, you know, promoting these type of ideals, that we shouldn't have this fast food mentality or this 100x overnight. And if 100x happens to you overnight, I mean, awesome. That's ridiculously awesome, and I'm happy for you. But to have this instant gratification, it is a really damaging, you know, like type of mentality to have, because people don't want to really own up to things or work for things or really be part of that thing until there's a payday. And you know, I just don't want to see people walk away with just the idea that you're in crypto to make money, because that is a very dangerous mentality to have. Is that if money is the only thing, I promise you are on the road to ruin, because somebody that is better at chasing those gains is going to scam you out of that. And I don't want to see that happen. So any failure I have in crypto, I'm happy to share, because I don't want to see it happen to you. And I see something, you know, that's here, that's we're able to build. And yeah, of course there's pain. And of course, everybody wants to see PEG recovered, because PEG, you know, is somewhat of a confidence meter in the system, right? And that when we look at that, we know that, okay, you know, we're at that perfect Zen ratio of 4,000 to 1 with ETH. And then, you know, we know that, you know, we have that confidence, like that people are really for each other here. And the best thing that we can do is, you know, because that ETH will go up and down, is make sure that we're holding on to EMP. And, you know, like Joe perfectly put out, like, people want a use case. Well, here's a use case. You know, put it in Splinterlands. You don't want to play. You know, like Kirk says, you know, he's not interested in playing. He's interested in making money. You know, the team at Splinterlands looked at EMP and said, okay, this is a great utility, you know, for us, because this is a good project. We're very familiar with AJ. You know, he's been in our project since day one. And the thing with that is use cases take time to develop, where I've seen a lot of people talk about this idea of, you know, well, where does all this, you know, I got to see the revenue, where it comes from, etc. That stuff doesn't happen overnight. Just like in any business, like, you're going to go through growing pains. You're going to have to find the best suppliers. You're going to have to find good customers. You're going to have to find your footing, right? And one part, you cannot focus on just one part of your business, or the rest of it will suffer. And this is my point with the boardroom. Like, there shouldn't be this obsession with the boardroom and PEG. Yes, it's important. Nobody's going to discount that, because it gives you another earning opportunity. But truthfully, the reactor and the farm working together is way better than the boardroom ever can be. The boardroom itself is just like this very sweet dessert that's going to be able to reward you when we turn it back on, because then everybody's going to know that they've contributed to that. And I'm not saying that that everybody's got to go rush out and buy the stuff right now, or buy EMP. But if people stop selling, we, get rid of the bad hands, so to speak. People stop selling and start utilizing that eShare side of it, and then start understanding what that's going to allow you to do to recover peg, regain peg, and really increase your foothold within the ecosystem through, both financial viewing like your LPs getting stacked, but also really the knowledge is really the super important thing to understand, that that all of this takes time to build up and understand, where I've seen so many people say, oh my gosh, the APRs are so low that'll never add up. But we've heard so many people talk about it like, yeah, I didn't think this was going to add up, but holy crap, this is really starting to add up. And that's the point, is that you're not going to have 100x overnight, but with all of the different pieces in place here, over time, what you put in here is going to be worth a lot more, down the road. And especially when you really invest not just money, but yourself into the ecosystem, those are going to pay, I think, even bigger dividends down the road. So just remember to remain balanced and not focused or be hyper focused on that one thing that's on and off, because that's what leads people to this up and down emotional roller coaster. And if you just stayed on the whole time, right in the juicy middle there of the farms and the reactor and detonator, and then work towards regaining peg and turning the boardroom on, there's going to be very little distance to go down, right? We're going to ride up that peg wave and go back to Zen, go up the peg wave and go back to Zen. If people understand truly how the system works, and it's going to take time. So I'm not here to critique anybody. I think there's plenty of people here that want to help people understand how it's going to work, because through that teaching, they're going to understand it better themselves. And it's just going to take a little bit of time to kind of find that groove. But when we do, the system's going to take off, like a race car.
I love it, Bull. Again, man, the infinite wisdom from Bull. And I think that one, I know LA had to jump off earlier, but I'm going to have LA clip that again. I think that last 5 minutes there was epic. And again, it's all true. Those of you that stick around to the end, that come to the AMAs, I know it's a bit of a maybe preaching to the choir, but all of you can help us, get that message out to everybody else that may not be listening, and it really is amazing. And Bull, you said it even earlier today. I mean, even at like the worst case scenario, which is in my mind right now, where we're in a bear market, things are suppressed, EMP suppressed, PEG suppressed, eShare suppressed, you're still able to earn at the very least 0.2% daily in the farms, and that's the bare minimum. That is absolutely unheard of with exposure to ETH. So again, I think there's this misunderstanding of, or misconception that peg is the only way to earn. And that could not be farthest from the truth. And Bull, you brought up a really good point about trying to get away from, you know, the tomb fork mentality, and even the classification of what we are. I mean, I think that we built something unique. I mean, yes, we have the original Doom 4 code. We've made improvements. We've forked out any of the exploits, and now we're coming to a point where we're really making that model even better. Not only through the hard code, but also of what we're building on top of it. So yeah, I mean that's a really good point. Maybe something that we look at doing as we continue to scale, is that we start classifying ourselves as a totally different animal. And really that's what I've said from day one. I mean, at the heart, EMP is a passive income platform. So whether it's through seigniorage or any other model, again, Detonator Reactor, anything else, the farms, all of that is passive income. Again, I don't classify nodes in that because technically, you really shouldn't be selling your EMP from nodes. Nodes are more of a tool to build your EMP positions. But everywhere else, I mean, you are able to earn in the ecosystem sustainably. So just amazing stuff when you really break it down and try to simplify it. And I know that our platform is confusing, or I don't want to say confusing, overwhelming. It can be overwhelming, but that is the point of the academy. And again, I mean, DeFi as a whole, we are the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. The majority of crypto users think crypto is holding Bitcoin on their Coinbase wallet, like that's 99% of all crypto users. So the fact that we're here creating yield through DeFi, building community, I mean, we are so far ahead of the game, Bull. It's just incredible.
Yeah, we're all mini little dexes here, right? Because with the exposure to 100% of the gains, if you just look at being an LP provider on a DEX, you get a small portion of the profit of the liquidity that flows through that system, commensurate to what you put in, or proportionate to what you put in. Here, you get 100% of the value of what you put in. By doing that, by clicking compound or claim, or what else is there? Deposit. When you do those things, because you are, and this is the huge distinguishing thing, is that some people might think it's bullshit when I say it, but you are an owner of the ecosystem, and you're rewarded based on your actions, be it positively or negatively, proportionate to your ownership of the ecosystem. And so if you own 1% and you sold 1% of all the existing EMP in circulation, that would be reflected on the charts. And so that means that you have 100% of the power one way or another, be it in the wrong direction or the positive direction. And it's something I think that people struggle with, IRL, right? Is that they feel disconnected. They don't have any power. They don't have a voice. They can't build anything. They can't create anything because they go from their 9 to 5 to maybe their side hustle, and they're just trying to save to make it from rent check to rent check or house payment to house payment. And here, that's not the case. It's like everything that you truly want in IRL is here. You have the ability to have a voice. You have ability to create. Everything you do matters. Where, like, you might not think in the real world, right, in real life, that you have that much of a voice or an impact, and it's true. Like it is very hard to have that dramatic impact, but here you do, because it's a little, 5,000 people, right? There's 5,000 people here. It's relatively small. So the things that you do, have an impact. And so when you understand that and truly grasp on just the absolute power of that, the ability to make changes, have your voice heard, and be, a positive force for change. Like I think everybody, there's probably millions and millions of people worldwide that have never even heard of DeFi. Maybe they've heard of crypto, but if they understood the power that's here, this freeing your mind type of mentality, like the things that everybody truly, I'm not, I don't know that everybody wants that type of thing, but to be unencumbered, to be free, to make the choices, to have an impact, all those things, I think are incredibly empowering, right? And so it's right in the title there, EMP, right? And so it's not bullshit. Like the ability to change the way you think can be born right here. And, for, a positive thing, the ability to build an ecosystem, an economy, a community, a family, friendships, knowledge, all this stuff is here and it's free. You don't have to pay for it like you would in IRL. You don't have to kill yourself, to get, to find, to go over to your friend's house. All you have to do is click on that button and send a DM to that person. That's all you have to do. It is it's so much, the barrier to entry to success is so much lower here than it is, in the physical world. But all you have to do, is click those buttons and start investing in yourself and starting that journey to really understanding what's available here.
Yep, 100%, Bull. Well, again, that was an amazing little fireside chat. After the AMA, congrats to all of you that stuck around for that. And that was, again, something that Bull and I have been talking about outside the AMAs, and I'm glad that we brought it up. And just kind of went over, the bigger picture. It's something we did a lot in the beginning. We've had so many announcements lately that we've gotten away from that. But and I apologize we didn't have time for questions again today. But by all means, if you have an important question, you can ask it in Telegram or Discord or shoot me a DM directly with that question, and we'll bring it up in the AMAs. Or again, just put it at the top of the AMA tomorrow, and we will get to it. So, all right, awesome. Well, thanks everyone. That'll do it for today. Um, we're gonna finish out the week strong. Please, again, do everything in your power to share the academy. This whole week really needs to be about our academy and getting people through there. Again, if you do the academy and complete it, we'll be giving away some tickets into the Detonator lottery. And man, can you imagine you win the lottery for taking the academy? Basically giving you, $13,000 to take the academy. That's a pretty good incentive. So anyway, I hope all of you do, and no rush. I mean, it takes about 90 minutes, but if you can complete it over the next few days, I've already taken it on the pre side where Kirk gave it to me, but I'm gonna take it just like all of you later tonight. So again, nobody is exempt. Everybody has to do it to get their official certificate of completion. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up. A big announcement again tomorrow at 11 a.m. With the Grow DeFi community and XPrips. That'll be coming tomorrow, and we'll be doing even more announcements on the AMAs this week. So, all right, good night, good day. We'll see you tomorrow.